Well, that's a toss time over there between Delhi and Mumbai. The last league game of IPCL 2.2. Miss Aruna from Swadharma Foundation spins the coin. And the toss decision was made that Delhi have won the toss and they have decided to bat first. As Vignesh said, he's willing to bat first. And Mumbai will be bowling for the first time in this tournament. The first bowling, in fact. As for the first couple of games, they had batted first, posted some really good totals 199, in fact, 198 and 246. Now, this is for the first time Mumbai's bowlers and got a rock under the lights with Delhi taking on the bats. The match might begin by 7:15 as of what we heard from the match referee. Stay tuned with us. Live started. As openers walking onto the crease. Sudhir, the conventional opener for the side, is opening along with. We get a wait on the other opener's name. Shevak must be a run buyer for the opener. They'll be having the other opener for the first time. We're gonna see Mumbai bowling first in this tournament. This will also be an experiment for them. They did really well while batting first, but before going on to the finals, experimenting on everything would work well for them. And that's why they've been doing this at this point of time. I'll still say this is a very good option of bowling first. Delhi, on the other hand, it's a must-win game for them. Not just about winning this game, it's more about winning this game in a run rate so that they could be on top of the table as one among the finalists. That's where it takes the real courage to be out there. Everything is set as we're ready for the first ball. Straight away invading the stumps. Been positive start. Govinda Rasu along with Sudhisha, the openers. Midin Rajendran one more time opens the innings with the ball. A tall right-handed bowler. Will be really interesting contest to watch it for. With the way how he moves the ball away from the batter. The beauty is that under the light it's going to react even much better. More than playing on the daytime, night match is going to help the bowlers to do well. It will also help the batters as well. The white ball usually travels well, creates extra pace. The movement will be high. It's better for the openers to stay for a couple of deliveries and how the condition exactly reacts. Appeals for that turns out to be a couple of dot balls. Two balls outside the off stump and one onto the stumps, which is a conventional formula out here. Kolkata are having 0.300 as their run rate, but whereas Delhi were in minus 2.139. To reach up to this level needs a tremendous victory, or they could eventually not be able to be there at the top of the table. Beating up Mumbai might merely be impossible. So this will surely be challenging stuff to watch out for. As the space battery of Mumbai, rotary downtown Tigers, Mumbai are real tigers in terms of fast bowling. And more importantly, their batting standard have been impressive. They're not dependent on any single cricketer. That's the beauty of Mumbai. When it comes to bowling, you may see bowlers like Midin Rajendran, Santosh Kumar, Muttarasu, Ganesh Yadav obviously. And when it comes to batting, Sunmaker is there, Muttarasu is there, Rajma. And this is actually blending up together, makes them one of the solid sides of the tournament, Mumbai. Gets off the mark with that single Sudhir Shah straight away. One gets completed, 2 for no loss. Swings and misses out. Muttarasu gets the ball straight away. Couldn't understand the idea of captainship here. As Santosh Kumar usually bowls with a new ball, along with someone like Ganesh Yadav or the other bowlers. But I'm watching this first time that they've been using Midun Rajendran in the last league match and this match, and I've never seen Muttarasu in the new ball. For the first time, we're watching him in action in the new ball. And under the lights, it's going to help him a lot to extract some wickets out there in the power play. Sudhisha and Govinda Rasu must be really careful in taking any efforts that they're looking for. But a miscommunication turns out to be quite comfortable in terms of rotating the strike. Sudhir Shah understood the situation, not trying to overplay the bowlers, trying to act as defensive as possible to rotate the strike. But whereas Govindarasu is going to have a different approach altogether, he's usually able to score a couple of boundaries out in the power play. He's known for that. He's not someone who casually rotates the strike. He's someone who eventually tries to focus on picking the gaps and scoring boundaries in the power play in new ball. But this is not working as I've expected so far. I've had a great celebrations out there after winning the previous game. Would have boosted their confidence by beating an unbeaten side by a difference of 99 runs. It seems like they're almost on top of this tournament. Through the covers, picks the gap as well as the fielders converging together to chase down that. And that's been a good save as well, getting a couple of runs on the board. We just want to finish things off. That's been a tremendous start out there. I'd like to welcome all the viewers for match number 6 on the last league match of IPCL. Tomorrow we'll be watching playoffs. A dot ball to end the over. That's 2 gets completed, 5 and no loss. Positive start out there. Mudun Rajendran continues out to bowl. Usually the power play bowlers typically gets wickets for Mumbai. That's how Mumbai have set a tone for this tournament. That because of the kind of totals they posted in the league phases. When you post 246 or 198, eventually the batters will be under pressure. They lose the wickets. But this is a different game. This is a different pressure, which leads Sudhir Shah to think twice before taking up any decision. There is no run rate pressure. Good work behind the stumps. Arun, the wicket keeper. But while speaking about the way how things have gone so far, it's been really impressive. They're yet to get their first boundary. One more delivery on to the body line. Back-to-back leg wides. The problem is that this might eventually end up as a leg wide plus 4. That's why the run rate went out of control for many sides today. Throughout this tournament, one thing that's been constant was wide plus 4 on the leg side. Midin Rajendran should try to control that as much as possible. Couple of dot balls over there, both Govindarasu and Sudhir Shah. The 2 of 7, finding it difficult to contain things under control. No boundaries yet in the power play. Though Delhi have won the game against Chennai, this is going to be a different context for them. This contest is going to be a tighter one, and it's not going to let them win this game easily. Though there are good batters. Vignesh have batted well today, pretty decently, and Shaiju have batted really well, scored some 80 runs. But in response, Mumbai will be having a threatening cricketers. The one man you're watching on screen, Muttarasu, his ability to score runs in the power play and pick wickets at any point of time. That's a huge strength. He's an asset for any side. Extra bounce, and the movement were pretty clear. It's not even letting the batters to watch the ball. It's that quick from Midin Rajendran. But I love the way how Sudhir Shah is staying calm. He's not taking any unwanted decisions. He's not reacting emotionally. He's staying relaxed, waiting for the right ball to come on. And now he's getting carried away. Out of desperation to go for the big shot. It's slightly moving away from Sudhir Shah. No wonder if he tries to invade the stumps in the last ball. I believe that Mithun Rajendran, after bowling couple of deliveries outside the off stump, now Sudhir Shah will also be thinking about something coming outside the off stump. This might be a stump attacking ball. Oh, that's high in the air. And fielder under the ball, but yet put down. The expectations were pretty right that he was invading the stumps, but eventually that went on to be a dropped opportunity. 8 for no loss after 3. This was that missed opportunity. Manoj was the fielder, if I'm not wrong. No, it's someone, jersey number 10. We'll figure it out who it is. Having some serious discussions out there. Muttarasu continues off to bowl. This time it's conventional bowling display. As we could clearly see with the way how things going. Misfield out there. That might be fetching couple of runs on the board. He was furious, Mithun Rajendran, to grab the ball for the run out. But while speaking about shuffling of the bowlers, I've seen the first 4 overs being given to different bowlers. Santosh Kumar, Muttarasu, Mithun Rajendran obviously. But in this game, I could see Santosh Kumar is shuffling the bowlers in a regular interval of time. 4 overs for the first spell, with a conventional approach on how the fast bowlers were being used. That's a different game. On that game, they were defending a high target. They had some freedom to experiment. But this is a fresh new game where they shouldn't lose any momentum initially. So they're going traditional way of shuffling the bowlers. And Muttaris is naturally angling the ball onto the batters and sometimes moving it away as well. That's the difference which makes the batters to struggle to get runs on the board. I don't see Govindarasu getting any strike out there, as Sudhir Shah rotated the strike on the last ball of the over, as that drop catch went on to be a single. Now he's again facing Muttarasu with dot balls in control. This is really difficult for a batter to focus and play. The wicket alert have always been there. Mithun Rajendran looking out to be a little disappointed for missing that ball. Had a run out opportunity as well. Achiki want to rotate the strike as well. Sudhir Shah's still playing responsibly despite of feeling the nervous or feeling the heat of not scoring runs on the board. That is not a crime. On some games, you may not be able to perform as of expected. People might be scolding you. People might be thinking about your game as a low quality game. But you should never get emotional. I could hardly recall that one game in Ita's Trophy finals. Everyone speaks about Dinesh Karthik's finish. But remember the way how Vijay Shankar struggled to score runs on the board. He was a very good batter, but on that particular game, the ball was not coming onto the bat. He was struggling to meet the ball on the middle of the bat and missing easy ones easily. More like a gully cricketer playing international match. And I could clearly sense the fear of tension on his face as well. This happens for every cricketer on a particular day. So it's more like staying calm and speaking to your partner, keeping the nerves cool. You can make it happen at any point of time. And one game can never decide your future, or one game can never explain your skill. The dot ball to end the over. That's 13 for no loss. For no loss. Now Santosh Kumar with the ball. The captain gets the ball. He's replacing Mithun Rajendran to bowl the 5th over. Still no signs of boundaries. Sudhir Shah's literally under pressure. 6 runs in 15 balls. With a quick pace bowler now. That's why things were not into their control here. The openers were struggling to get some runs. Vignesh will also be feeling that heat. If the power play is not getting the runs it requires, then how could they be able to maintain the run rate in the middle overs? Slicing it behind as the third man chases down the ball. Good stop from the fielder anyway, saves a couple of runs for his side. Because that is a wonderful work out there in the deep. Supporting that captain, supporting that bowler. That is the right way of approaching a game. You can never be careless. It's someone's wagon wheel is going to be impacted. If it goes for boundary, Santosh's numbers are going to be different. And it's also going to impact his psychological approach towards the game. If it goes for boundary, he'll try to bowl something that is going to be an immediate reaction. Now if it just went for single, he's relaxed. He knows what he needs to bowl and he'll deliver that to the perfection. No boundaries yet. Let's take a outside edge yet to get control on things over there. From Govindarasu. We're still yet to watch his first boundary in this game. Couple of dot balls over there. And just a single out there. It's the fifth over. It's still a good control bowling performance from Mumbai. I also appreciate the way how Delhi are fighting. They decided not to lose wickets and they are not losing wickets. It's going to be a 20 overs match without the numbers. That's not going to impact the game anyway. Yet to see the first boundary in the power play. This is one of the most slowest power play in this tournament. 5 gets completed, 15 for no less. Change of end here. Now it will be done by bowling from the open end. It was from the pavilion end for the first 5 overs. There we could see jersey number 10. He was the one who dropped that catch. It was not an easy catch, but anyway, was considered to be a drop catch anyway. Srinivasan gets the ball to bowl the last over of power play. Maybe this might be relieving over for the batters by taking charge against this particular bowler to score runs on the board. Intended Yako straight away to Govindarasu. That he was not able to score any runs over there. 31 balls without a boundary. One of the slowest innings, one of the least boundary score innings. In fact, no boundary innings here. IPCL 2.0. Cuts it away and picks the gap as well, but there is a man in deep. That's the difference. That's why Santosh Kumar stands out as a captain. Oh, overthrew. Everything was going good until this. Is not also showing interest to reach the boundary ropes anyway. Gone out to be slightly bit comfortable. Couple of runs on the board for that. That brings Sudhir Shah back on strike. I've been speaking about batting well in the power play. Two different sides with two different approaches. The one side known for batting well in the power play, scoring couple of runs quickly in the power play. The other side is playing one of the slowest power plays in this tournament. This usually happens. That doesn't mean the one who handles the power play well wins the game, but you have to be on top of the game. You have to stay ahead of your opposition. These were the moments that lifts up the momentum, and if you lose the momentum, you can't come back stronger. Some teams might be good at bowling too. That's high in the air, but finds the fielder at third man. Behind him, we could see some viewers watching this game and enjoying the brand of cricket. 4 runs coming off this over without any extras. That needs to be appreciated. If these two deliveries doesn't get a boundary, this power play is a clean and crystal power play from Mumbai by not conceding even a single boundary. The moment I was speaking about it, it went for boundary. First boundary of the innings came down as a wide +4. But still the batters are yet to score a boundary. That statistics is still very unfortunate. I was speaking about him, appreciating him for not bowling a wide ball and straight away bowls a wide. This is very unfortunate and not happening for the first time. The players were not learning from the mistake. That's the point here. Much better one this time, as that turns out to be misfield, yet it doesn't get the boundary it requires. And one lost delivery for the last ball of power play. No boundaries from batters. Sudhir Shah 8 runs of 19 balls and Govindarasu 7 runs of 16 balls. As it could end in the power play. Wonderful power play from Mumbai bowlers. That's 25 for Nolas after 6. Maybe time for some revolutions, but they're continuing over to the fast bowler. A left arm medium pacer, Ganesh Yadav into the attack. In fact, it is not Ganesh. He was from a different team. As we could see. Yet to get the name of the bowler. Shehan Khan, the new bowler. Straight away invading the stumps. I could clearly remember the wicket he took in the previous game. That was an in-swinging delivery onto the stumps. A typical left-armer's delight. Shehan Khan was known for doing that. Bowls round the wicket, and that's the way how it gets out of your control. Everything is what's in control until this becomes. This should have been stopped at this level of cricket. They were doing it well by over the wicket. Why could this be happening? Shazan Khan. Very unfortunate. Leaking runs easily. That even the batters are not taking any efforts to score runs on the board. Disappointing to see that. Continues after bowl round the wicket. Much better one this time, angling on to the batter. Govindarase expecting that to be a wide ball, but it is turning down. A late swing from the bowler. That's why I mentioned if he bowls over the wicket, this is going to be a tough choice for batters to face if he tries to invade the stumps as well. Now, with this angle, even if he tries to invade the stumps, it might be going leg wide and he might be conceding a boundary. That fear doesn't let him to express. Look at that. This is what I've been mentioning about. If you want to invade the stumps, it's better to bowl over the wicket. Whatever that's been controlled so far is being leaked down by Shazan Khan now. This is unacceptable. 10 runs so far as white plus 4. Should have been 23 for no loss at this point of time. It's 33. Without any effort, the batting side is getting runs.
Okay, three, 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 three.
Bowling round the wicket. And that almost hits the stumps. This is the delivery that he's looking for, yet it's a risky one that he's missing his line at some point of time. Maybe that could be controlled. Shevak the run by. Usually does that for the team. A wonderful team man, Shevak. The one who brings out the energy in the dressing room. Oh my god. This angle is not at all working for Shazan Khan. This is more of a greedy mindset. Through this angle, he could get a wicket. It's better to bowl over the wicket. The batters are already struggling. They were not at all showing interest to score boundaries. All the dream is to play 20 overs no matter what. 20 overs, 20 overs. Not at all scoring runs. It's better to bowl over the wicket. Nobody's going to try to go for runs and lose their wickets. They only focus on not to lose wickets. Oh, much better one this time. This was not given wide anyway. 8 of 22, 7 of 18, not at all acceptable in a T20 game. And still they are not finding ways to score runs on the board. That's the problem. Juicy want to get that boundary out there, but will only be a single. And chance for the second run as this overthrows. There is some concept called backup that I've never seen in this tournament, that most of the fielders were not coming for backup quickly. In easy overthrows that leaks runs. 36 for no loss. No wicket so far, but there is nothing too proud about that when there is no runs on the board. Good one done by the wicket keeper. Extras are uncountable in this over. That is continuing on to bowl extras one after the other. But never compromises himself to bowl over the wicket. Swings and misses out. A dot ball to end the over, the 37 for no loss. Bro, out இல்ல bro. Retired out ன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
ரிட்டையர்ட் அவுட்டா? அண்ணா அவுட்டா ரிட்டையர்ட் அவுட்டா?
இது எப்படி அவுட் ஆகும்? ஒண்ணுமே நடக்கலையே லாஸ்ட் பால்ல.
ஒண்ணுமே நடக்கல.
எதுவா இருந்தாலும் இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுங்க.
ஏது புள்ளிக்காரன்? அது பாக்ஸ் ஆடு. അണ്ണാ ഇത് മറ്റേ ഇന്നലെ ചപ്പാത്തി തരൂലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പയ്യനാണോ? എനിക്ക് ചോദിക്കില്ല ഞാൻ. ആ അന്ത പയ്യന്താ, അന്ത പയ്യന്താ. അല്ലല്ല ഇവന്താ ഇന്നലെ ചപ്പാത്തി ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ തരാത്ത. ഇല്ല ഇല്ല ഇല്ല, ഇനി ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു, ഇനി ഞാൻ ഏ ആ അത് ഇവൻ തന്നെ, ഇവൻ തന്നെ. ഇവന്താ ഇവൻ ഇവൻ ഇവന്താ ചപ്പാത്തി തരാത്ത. തന്നെ തന്നെ ഏതോ ഒരു കേരളയിലെ ഏതോ ഒരു പെണ്ണ്. അതെ അണ്ണാ, എവിടെ ഏത് സ്ഥലം? വെള്ളാടി എന്ന ഊര് ഏത് ഏത്
Manoj Kumar, the new bowler into the attack. But that one in the wicket column seems to be surprising. We didn't see anything unusual happen in the last ball of the previous over. This seems like a retired out. Yes, he was retired out, Sudhir Shah. So this is 38 for 1. And Vignesh, see the captain straight away came into the crease to face the spinners. He needs to do a lot more responsibility. They know the potential of Mumbai's batting. Anything less than 170 would never be a surviving total. Keeping that in mind, they have to keep the run rate tight.
എന്ത് കഴിച്ചെന്ന്? എന്താ കഴിച്ചത്? എന്താ കഴിച്ചെന്നോ?
Bowling over the wicket, Manoj Kumar usually bowls round the wicket. That's cleaning him up as he hits the stumps, and Govindarasu lost his way in the middle. He was waiting for this moment for a very long time, Govindarasu, and finally when spinner arrived, his intention would be to go for the big shot. But it's not extracting the bounce it requires. You could clearly see that it's straight away skidding onto the stumps. Not much bounce onto that ball, which eventually leads up to Govindarasu losing his wicket. Manoj Kumar gets his first wicket. And that's 39 for 2. .39 for 2. With Shaiju, the new batter, comes into the crease. These two were the batters were most responsible. Took up the control in the first game early in the morning. Shaiju scored some 80 runs. And obviously Vignesh have also been a good batter in this season. So these two batters, Spears is in between the gaps and started getting off the mark with the boundary. Continues with where he left the game by this morning. This is very much important and refreshing here for Delhi strikers. This was a slower delivery. He let the ball to come on to him and punches it between the backward point and point fielder. Exceptional running between the wickets. Couldn't get the control that he is looking for, as this is slight a bit of early into the attack. But Shaiju have no time to take, as the scorecard is already less than 6 runs per over. They have to take immediate measures to get closer to the run rate of 6 runs per hour, and then they could eventually go past it. 8 gets completed, 44 for 2. "44 for 2. As Santosh Kumar back into the attack. I think this is the right time that he comes into the crease, but bowls medium pace surprisingly. Walks forward and goes into the air. But unfortunately, that turns out to just a single. Because these two batters were very challenging. If they bat for a long time, the game might change into the favor of Delhi. And that's why Santosh Kumar is bringing himself down to break this partnership as early as possible. Might be bringing his best bowlers out to the party to stop these batters from scoring runs on the board. And that's why he's a gutsy cricketer. Where there is a challenge, that's why he loves to perform well. He never tries to perform away from the zones that had challenges. Couple of dot balls over there. Hope things are okay. Some friendly gestures out there. Oh, there seems to be some festivals out there. The Coimbatore is lightning. I'm not sure what happens over there. We have to ask to the locals on what's exactly happening over there. A nearby locality this seems to be. Another one intent to go at the mid-off region. No chance of that. Getting a couple of runs on the board. Shaiju and Vignesh have to discuss about this partnership. It's not about taking on the best bowler of your opposition. There is already 11 overs left in the game. At least 3 to 4 overs of secondary bowlers will be there. Focus on those 4 overs. Try to score 50 runs. And be respectable with the rest of the bowlers. For instance, if you score 50 or 4 overs, there will be 7 overs left. In those 7 overs, try to score another 50. You could eventually make it to 140s and 150s. With the kind of bowling attack that Delhi has, this will surely be a good game to fight on. Rather than that, if they try to go against key bowlers like Muttarasu or Santosh, things might go out of the control. That's what we're clearly watching on picture. 2 runs coming off this over. It's 46 for 2.
అన్న ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్ అంటే మంచిగా క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్కి మంచాన్ని అడియా అడియా మச்சான்னு முடிக்கோட க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கு மாமன் மாமா 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 மீன்ஸ் அங்கிள் மாமன் மாமன் அங்கிள் தான் மாமன்
Manoj Kumar continues out to bowl. 46 for 2 as of now. The run rate is still less than 6 runs per over, but they might be trying to charge down against this particular bowler as he's a spinner. Catches the call and that is taken. A quicker one from Manoj Kumar turned the face of the game, and the skipper himself is gone as Vignesh C finds his way to the dugout. A wonderful ball being bowled by Manoj Kumar. He's been tremendous performer out there match after match. You gotta watch this ball for shot. This time it's been a quicker delivery with good length in control. Vignesh was expecting a slower one and he's trying to take control against the ball. Look at that. He have never expected that to be this quicker, and it eventually landed onto the hands of shot third man. And no mistakes done by the fielder anyway. That's 46 for 3. Now Delhi are in deep trouble.
వైఫ్నా ఇవల్ట భర్తావా ഞാൻ നോക്കിയാണ് പാപ്പേ ಇಲ್ಲ 10 ಓವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ബാക്കിലൊന്നും പറയും അത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷില്
Good ground coverage over there.
പോകാനാണ് പറയണത് മലയാളത്തിൽ
As it is quite good under control. Excellent running between the wickets. Venkat, the new batter, came in straight away in at number 5 after the dismissal of Vignesh C. It was a very good wicket and a much needed breakthrough at this point of time. Manoj Kumar turning out to be a standalone star today for Mumbai, as the wicket column was kept empty for a long while and he came in to keep that hanging in. One batter retired out and two of those batters who were dismissed by bowlers. Only wicket taking bowler today so far in this game. Good use of the wrist over there.
നമുക്ക് മംഗ്ലീഷ്
As things were quite good under control.
അണ്ണാ 3 ഫീഡ്
But this is up to the way how Shaiju is going to take this game deeper.
ഫീഡ് പോയിട്ട്
Like the way how he batted against Chennai Super Greens in the morning. The similar kind of performance will be expected from him. Shaiju had a bright possibilities of making it to century in the morning. This shows the conscious efforts. The footwork comes into play. With straight bat, Shaiju understood the situation that this is not the right time to go against the bowler. This is really a good piece of bowling here from Manoj Kumar. And I've never seen most of the left arm spinners being bowling over the wicket, as round the wicket offers you this LBW options and could control the batters from scoring runs on the board. But Manoj Kumar is successful in this angle, as that seems to be quite impressive. Single to end the over. The 10 gets completed. 51 for 3.
ഇവിടെ പുരുഷൻ കൊണ്ടാക്കി അല്ലേ ഭർത്താവും ഭാര്യ കൊണ്ടാക്കിയ ഭാര്യ ആ ഭർത്താവ് ഭാര്യ ജയിൽമാർക്ക് ഭാര്യയൊക്കെ ചേച്ചി അത്തയാണ് ചേച്ചി ആൻറ്റിയുടെ മാമി ആ വയസ്സാണ് ആൾക്കാരുടെ പാപ്പ പാപ്പ അവിടെ അമ്മ അമ്മൂമ്മ അമ്മാമ്മയല്ല ആ അമ്മാമ്മ ഇപ്പോഴും അപ്പാപ്പനും തോന്നുന്നു
Midun Rajendran back into the attack.
ടൂലായി ഓൺലൈൻ
Swings and misses out, couldn't get the control.
കളി
Change of pace here from Midun Rajendran straight away. Shaiju might also be focusing on who are all the bowlers coming in. As you see in the same spell, on one end we are having Manoj constantly bowling, and on the other end we are watching Santosh Kumar and Midun Rajendran shuffling themselves around. So this is more like an attempt to take wickets. Chance of a wicket. Oh my god. Good work done by Arun anyway. These were pushing the batters away from their comfort zone. The danger man is still in the non-strikers and will be waiting for the right bowler to pick on to punish. Midun Rajendran will also be a good option, but they'll be waiting for some other options to score runs on the board. I don't see many weak link options for the bowling of Mumbai. That's a great strength for them unless or until you play a tremendous knocks like what Ramesh Naidu played yesterday, so that you could play against these bowlers. He played that knock against Mumbai. He scored almost 90 runs and ran himself out with an over excitement. The match would have not changed, but yet he would have scored a century and could get closer to the target even more. Setting up his things over there, Midun Rajendran, been one of the powerful contenders of medium pace. The way how he moves the ball away from the batter, it's still challenging for the batters to reach onto it. Shaiju, the man of the moment in the first game of today's event, when he played against Chennai Super Green, almost 80 runs with the bat. That ensured them scoring 160 odd to win the game. Can he be able to pull similar kind of impact today? It's not about this particular number, but he can be an impactful option to help Delhi to post a decent total, and that's what he's looking for as well. Good try, but eventually goes for boundary. That is not a top quality fielding at all. Shaiju gets his boundary. I think this is a very rare phenomena today that a batter gets a boundary. This is not a regular event happening. That's where this went on to be overrun. That eventually got himself the boundary he's looking for. Second boundary of this innings by a batter. Both coming from Shaiju. And that's clean ball, cleaning him up. Boundary, and then here look at the comeback delivery. That Midun Rajendran bowled it even much better with a little bit of low bounce. That's skid onto the stumps. Another danger man is gone, Shaiju. I was not expecting that to low kept. This is oddly happening. We're not sure whether this wicket is going to be used for the tomorrow's battle. But as of today, there have been a few lengths that's been low keeping. Disappointed Shaiju walks back to the pavilion. That's 56 for 4.
ബോൾഡ് தான் മെയിൻ തന്നെ അത് കൊടുത്ത് കൊടുത്ത് ഉനക്ക് ഉനക്കുവാണോ
Change of bowling. Dharma, the new batter. In fact, one more to finish this over. Midun Rajendran comes in at number 6. Dharma. Can one bring 2 to Midun Rajendran? Will be an extra. Would be given another opportunity to bowl overthrows. Careless measures out there every time they pick a wicket. That's why Mumbai had never picked up wickets one after the other. Every time when they pick a wicket, the batters build some partnership for a couple of 3-4 overs to lose another wicket. Why can't this happen in the same over? Why can't a 2 to 3 wickets been falling in just 10 to 12 balls? I think that's where the secret lies in between. 11 gets completed, 58 for 4. Good try from the fielder, goes for boundary anyway. As it hits the chairs. This is very unfortunate. It almost broke a chair. Third boundary by batter Dharma. That shot was so powerful, it eventually crossed over the boundary ropes that Santosh Kumar even couldn't stop that. And then there was a chair lying down there. Look at that. It's breaking the chair straight away. Disappointing to see such things happening. Srinivasan back into the attack anyway. Surprising to see him replacing Manoj Kumar. I would have used Manoj Kumar with one more over. That he's having that wicket taking nag. He's kept on picking wickets. Why to break his rhythm? Should have been kept under control anyway. Swing and a miss. This Dharma seems to be an attacking cricketer. So for 3 boundaries scored by batters. 2 by Shaiju and 1 by Dharma. With 1 sixer, they could eventually get on to 6 runs per over. Moves across. He's trying to show some different trigger movements every ball. That's a local term. Flicks it away. And there is no man standing in the deep. Will only be a spectator to watch that going for boundary. Much needed boundary at this point. That's why he's moving across one after the other. There was a vacant space left at the deep square leg region. He wanted to make use of it. And this decision is not working out. Replacing Manoj Kumar with some other bowler. Srinivasan is a good compact anyway. But Manoj Kumar was doing well, picking up wickets. Should have been used. Onto the pads and straight away. The fingers gone up. Brought in the breakthrough and proven me wrong, Srinivasan. There is reason behind Santosh Kumar's decision to bring Srinivasan. That's how commentators usually change their opinion straight away. After watching the wicket. This was plumb in front of wicket. He was constantly moving across Venkat. That's why this made easy for on-field umpire to take up the decision. 67 for 5 it is. Rohan, the new batter, came in at number 7 straight away. Muttarasu back into the attack to bowl his third over, 8 runs conceded so far. But when speaking about Dharma, he's also having that weirdest style of moving across that might be helpful at the death overs. But when you're batting in the 13th over, you must be calm and composed to plan the innings. I think that's what's lagging in between. They're just playing without any idea, just watching the ball, reacting to it. If a wicket falls, slowing down the innings. But without planning, how could this be having a proper total? And that's what this is ending out of their control. You should discuss with your non-striker. Okay, this is the situation now. We've lost 5 wickets, 68 runs. We have 8 wickets, 8 overs in hands. So it's better to take control. We can target something like 130 and focus on that. Then I'll take the attacking part. I'll take the defensive part. I focus on the square leg. This bowler is bowling in this area. So these discussions must be there. And then only the plannings might be coming onto the game as well. Swing and a miss, couldn't get the control that he's looking for. The variation of pace have been impressive to watch out for. Either it may be Midun or Santosh or Muttarasa, all these bowlers were having these slower deliveries. Every time when a batter tries to go for the big shot. Strong shout. I was expecting that, hit the feather. Rohan, I've seen him in the morning match as well, trying to find the aerial route and lost his way in the middle. When the time was requiring him to build the partnership, he was a busy cricketer, to be very honest. That's where the problem lies in between. This makes them to lag in planning. Good deliveries, one after the other. Muttarisa have been prominent with the way of his performing. Expecting a change to be done, Muttarisa. The field positioning that he is asking for to the captain. And making the captain to convince that this field works. It's really a tough job for a bowler. You have to be captain's bowler to do that. 69 for 5 after 13. Santosh Kumar back into the attack. No signs of Manoj Kumar back. Oh my god, missed a run-out opportunity. Arun was smiling over there. That was a very good throw in my point of view. He was missing down this opportunity. Should have been an easy wicket out there. This was the throw we've been speaking about. Good work done by the fielder. And look at his disappointment. Seems like Mr. S. Khan was a thrower. Swing and a miss, couldn't get the control that he is looking for. But Santosh Kumar straight away turns towards on-field umpire to check whether it's wide or not, and then the relaxed umpire understood that it should be given wide. These were hints given to the on-field umpires. Big shot, seems like a better connection, and finds a result as well. One bounce boundary it is. Dharma picks the placement to be perfect. It had a bit of slowness, and he stepped out and reached the length of the ball. Beautiful shot. Now, without any hesitation, I would like to say this Santosh Kumar is going to bowl a quick delivery. Maybe one of the best out of his bowlings. When you hit him over for a boundary, be prepared for a tremendous ball. That's what I mentioned. A quicker one straight away. Santosh Kumar. Not just Santosh Kumar. It may be Bretley, it may be Harish, it may be any kind of fast bowlers. If their ego got triggered, they'll just go outstanding. High in the air, and the fielders converging together as it landed safely in a no man's area. Chance of a run out as well. And that's been taken in good control. And the fingers have straight away gone up. The miscue ended up in a fashion of a run out. Dharma wanted a greedy approach of second run, which leads up to him losing his wicket. This was a big shot attempt, but didn't got the connection that he was looking for, but safely landed. We had that intent to go for the second run when the thrower was Muttarasu. You can never reach out to the area you're looking for. Good work done by the fielder. Exceptional work. That's the story of Dharma coming to an end. It's 77 for 6. New batter comes into the crease. That will surely be updated soon, as they were working on updating this previous run rate. Playing it through the covers, getting off the mark straight away with that single. Thiago, the new batter, comes in at number 8. But this is really a tough battle to fight on. The Delhi strikers were struggling hard to score runs on the board. As things are quite good under control. Yet to get off the mark, Rohan might be trying to find the aerial route at some point of time if there is a slower delivery in between. 14 gets completed, 78 for 6. Continues out with the dot ball over there. Back into the attack, Mr. S. Khan, Shizan Khan. But while bowling round the wicket, he had some problem of bowling a lot of wide balls. Hope that will be fine by this over, as he got used to the situation well. Trying to contain things under control over there. Yet to get off the mark, Rohan. This might also be easy one. They're trying to go for the second run as well, but runouts have always been a problem in this venue. That must be very careful in terms of choosing running between the wickets. And these overthrows must be controlled. 3 runs for that. These are unwanted runs that are coming at the right point of time. That brings Rohan back on strike. Hope Arun is okay. He was giving his 100%. He was keeping wickets for almost the past 34 overs. The previous game, second innings, and then continuing out to keep wickets. 14 overs already. Big shot from Rohan, and that eventually didn't got the placement right. Will be satisfied with a single and got off the mark with that single. Rohan finally, after 5 dot balls. We've seen this man in action. As he's trying to turn things around on his favor. Miscommunication that leads up to the single. Misfield, in fact. This is quite good with the way how they're finding runs every ball. 3, 1, 1, 5 runs so far in 4 balls. If they travel this way, that's evenly going to be a comfortable one for them. Onto the path straight away. And he couldn't convince the on-field umpire. That seems to be pretty closer. And there is no review options out there anyway. As he's trying to have some discussions over there. That's high in the air, finds the aerial route. As it fell short of the fielder anyway. Will just be a single out there. To keep up the momentum going high. Just 6 runs coming off the over. 84 for 6. யாரோ கடத்திட்டு கொண்டு போயிட்டு யாரோ 3 கடத்திட்டு போய் എടുത്തോണ്ട് പോയാൽ ഇവിടെ എന്തോ Mumbai. Mumbai
விக்கெட் எடுத்துமே 120 அடிச்சிட்டாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 2 விக்கெட் நான் நினைச்சேன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 2 விக்கெட் போச்சு முடிஞ்சுன்னு. அடுத்து ஜெயிச்சிட்டாங்க.
198 or no
சென்னை தான் டெல்லி தான் பரிஜயம் பண்ண நியூஸ் இருக்கு போல. தடுமாறுது.
Back into the attack, Manoj Kumar. 2 overs, 12 for 2. Having slips in position now. And there may be some reason behind this. Look at that. The batters are straight away going on a bit defensive. That's what his success is all about. Sometimes when they see a spinner after a long time, they'll even try to go for big shots. That'll also be a tempting option. And that's why I mentioned it. They should use Manoj Kumar in a regular interval of time. In fact, 4 overs together will be a great option for using Manoj Kumar. Picked up wicket in each over. He was having a good rhythm. That rhythm shouldn't have been spoiled. Continues out to bowl Manoj Kumar. Batter changes. The approach might also be changing at some point of time. No slips in position here as it gets a leading edge. This still seems out to be a little challenging for the batters to carry on with the way how Manoj Kumar is bowling. One after the other, he's invading the stumps. Manoj Kumar turning out to be another simple over as the run rate is still less than 6 runs per over. Steps out but couldn't reach the length of the ball. Rohan seems out to be a bit confused on what needs to be done against this particular bowler. And that's why I mentioned, while bowling round the wicket for a left arm spinner, there'll be more option of getting stumpings and LBWs. With this angle, even if the shot misses out, he'll be getting onto the pads. That might be pitching on the leg or impact on the leg. Goes over the bowler's head and couldn't clear the distance over there. Just 3 runs coming on the Dover. 87 for 6. Srinivasan back into the attack. With Rohan trying to elevate the momentum right from here. Last 4 overs in action. Anything less than 120 could never be a fightable one, I'd hope so. For considering the batting lineup of Mumbai, we may not be sure about how Mumbai will react if given a target in front. But so far we didn't saw him chasing any target. But for any team, 120 will never be a challenging one, even though they have poor batting lineup. Good line from Srinivasan. He's trying to invade the stump straight away. There won't be much space here for the highlights as well, as we're trying to keep things going forward. Couldn't get the control over that. A couple of dot balls. Rohan was also feeling out to be a little bit controlled on what he's doing. Doesn't trying to elevate the momentum right from here. Just 3 overs out there to finish this innings. Could try going for some big shots or even a single. Swing and a miss that eventually gets some runs on the board. Being a good fielder, Muttarasu will be just a single. That brings strike back to Thiago. That's the same case for both the batters, that they've been struggling hard, but Thiago have been maintaining a good run rate as well. While comparing to Rohan, that's where the difference comes in.
കപ്പേനെ ഇവിടെ എന്നാ പറയണേ കപ്പ ഓ
Punches onto the back foot, beautiful timing. And that pierces between the fielders for boundary. Exceptional stroke making from Thiago. And I'll say this is much needed boundary at this point of time. Look at that shot. It's a back-footed punch. Oh my god, this goes for boundary. This outfield is something. An out-of-the-world outfield for the batters. This time through the covers. And the fielder chasing down the ball that eventually goes for boundary. Back-to-back boundaries as well. And the run rate is gradually increasing now. It's 97 for 6. This one, full on delivery outside the off stump. Look at the bat flow. And the sweeper cover was standing squarer. So this shot eventually promoted to be a boundary. Last ball of the over. Srinivasan is trying to consolidate the momentum. If you try bowling outside the off stump, Thiago is feeling comfortable to score runs on the board. Swing and a miss. A dot ball to end the over. 97 for 6 after 17. An introduction at this point of time. Anyway, welcome Deepak Yadav to the attack. Because every time when a new bowler comes in a different situation, they're sometimes picking up the wickets and proving me wrong. And I'm tired of being proven wrong. So it's better to stay await and watch how Deepak Yadav is going to perform. As even the batters have continued to play the same set of bowlers, if you get to have a different bowler in action, that could eventually help you out in picking wickets. That's one of those reasons. And bringing out a new bowler all of a sudden in the 18th over. I could only remember this one game where Nitish Rana have came in to dismiss Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers against RCB. They had top quality bowlers, they had top quality spinners, but after playing all these bowlers, the batters got used to them. And then you suddenly use a secondary bowler like Nitish Rana. They were not well prepared for that. And then things went out of their control. They lost wickets in the same over. Strong shouts. And the batter seems to be walking out. There comes the celebration as well. That's why I mentioned that Deepak Yadav came in. I gave a warm welcome. And he got his wicket as well. Thiago tried to go through the covers this time, but it was moving away from the batter. And got a little feather of the bat as well. Batter has started walking away straight away. The appeal was made. 99 for 7 it is. Thiago walks back to the pavilion. Bablu, the new batter, through the covers to get up the mark straight away. That's 100 up here for Delhi strikers as well, but this is a very slow innings which is not going to help them out in a longer run. Will surely be going to be challenging stuff for them to end the over. Swings and they got the connection better as the fielders converging together. Oh, overran. And this over excitement sometimes won't put you in the right place. That's what happened exactly. 104 it is. It's been a fuller and delivery. A good shot selection, but there was a possibility that two fielders converge together and they could eventually get the ball. This is where it went wrong. This is where it went wrong. He slightly overran on judging the ball. Also, there is a problem that he could only grab the ball in left hand, so he have to overrun, but with the right pace. Maybe that went wrong. Look at that. Moving himself away to leave the way to the ball so that he could grab the ball in left hand. The dugout seems to be disappointed. Delhi strikers would have expected something different when they decided to bat first, but the result they got is slightly different. 18 gets completed, 105 for 7. Manoj Kumar to bowl his last over. 2 for 15. This is 3.1. Exceptional performance with his bowling approaches. Moves across and finding his way to the deep skylock region without a fielder. And that spot seems to be empty. Good shot selection here from Rohan to take up the responsibility on scoring runs on the board. This is what we've been speaking about. This is a very risky shot selection, but somehow Rohan managed to score runs on the board. A cheeky attempt one more time, but this got under control from the fielders. That Manoj Kumar's patience will also be tested. Should have completed the spell, but anyway, this is a risky approach from the captain. He is also believing in his player, and that's why giving a 19th over to a left-arm spinner. This is not new to cricketing fraternity. We've seen Ravindra Jadeja bowling the last over of a T20 match. So this is quite common that left-arm spinners can do anything. Whatever you want, the left-arm spinners could do for you. If water supply is shortage in the stadium, they could do that for you. If you want to roll the ground, they could do that for you. Whatever the service, left-arm spinners were tailor-made for the T20 format. Back on strike Rohan. Strong shouts. But that may be a problem with the pitching area. Pitching outside the leg stump might not be an option to pick wickets. But Manoj Kumar will also be expecting one wicket to finish things off. Will be 3 wickets on his name. He's already 2 for 20. Last ball of Manoj Kumar. Goes on to long on. Will just be a single to end the over. Chance of the second run. They're not running back for the second run. With that single, the spell comes to an end for Manoj Kumar. 21 for 2. 2 for 21 in his 4 overs. 19 gets completed, 113 for 7. Pulls it away. Deepak Yadav to finish the last over. Starting off with a back of length that had a bit of extra bounce as well. That's high in the air. Fielders under the ball. Three fielders converging together. And this is what exactly happens when three fielders converges together. You'll take half measures. What if the other fielder comes in? That fear will always be there. That's why giving calls is much more important. This is mine. I'm gonna take it. That clarity should be given. And the rest of the fielders should never get closer to that landing area. Low full toss delivery that's been placed onto the long on region for single. Misfield which offers the batters an extra run, but they were not interested to go for that extra run. Now they're going, in fact. This is poor brand of cricket, that a relaxed measure from Mumbai bowlers and fielders, taking so much long time to finish 20 overs. I think that regulation must be put on with cricket. That's high in the air over the bowler's head. Long on covers the ground. Not much better connection out there. And no chance for going for the second run as well. (117 for 7). 2 balls. If they get 3 runs, they'll be reaching out 126 runs per over. Or else they might be giving a target of 120. Ah, that's cleaning him up. Hit the off stump away and beats the batter. Bablu, the batter, being dismissed. Deepak Yadav finally gets another wicket on his name. And this is really good piece of captainship from Santosh Kumar by trusting on a new bowler to bowl onto the death overs. Excellent piece of bowling that is. 117 for 8 it is as Bablu walks back to the pavilion. Punches it through the covers. A single to end the over. That's how the first innings gets to completion. Mumbai bowlers will surely be happy with this performance after put on to bowl first. Just 118 for 8 at the end of 20 overs from Delhi strikers. Not something that would have replicated their brand of cricket. 119 will be the target here for Mumbai to win the game, which will be an easy target for them. But let's wait and watch what's gonna Delhi bowlers say about this. The only top run getters were Thiagu's 14, Rohan's 18 not out, Dharma 13, Shaiju 11 and Sudhir 10 was retired out. No batter had reached even 15 runs. That's impactful. Only Rohan scored 18, so nobody reached 20. And with the ball, we've seen every other bowler did well today. Midun Rajendran 11 for 1, Muttarasu 10 for 0, Santosh Kumar 13 for 0, Srinivasan 28 for 1, Shazan Khan 18 for 0. Manoj Kumar 21 for 2. Only bowler completed that spell today. And Deepak Yadav bowled the final over 13 for 2. That's how the innings gets to completion here. Let's wait and watch for the second innings.
ఓకే ఓకే
Right into the second innings, 119 the target required in 20 overs, and the man on the picture is very good at doing those jobs halfway to the given time. He's one of those tremendous batters out there in the fraternity in Indian para cricket history. Dominant batter, solid performer, Sunmaker scored a century yesterday, and today he got a couple of boundaries and lost his way in the middle. This is match number 3 for him. Will surely be expected to perform in a high standard level. And along with him, Muttarasu, his opening partner in this tournament. And it's pretty conventional with this combination. Bablu with the ball. So this is going to be a tricky one for Delhi, as the target is just 119, which makes them to feel a bit frustrated to defend such low targets against such a team which is known for its batting standards. Surely it's going to be impacting them. Straight onto the patch, missing down the leg. And the account got opened with a single. Straight away gets off the mark. Rotary downtown Tigers Mumbai, but for Sunmaker, have to wait for some times to get off the mark. Now that brings the man in peak form, Muttarasu. He's trying to hit every ball he was watching. The dominance that he's showing on the field have been outstanding. He is in the form of his life, to be very honest. Muttarasu facing his first ball. Look at that swing and a miss. That's why I mentioned this man just swings for every ball he's watching. He's not at all worrying about losing his wickets. But I had a chance to have a chat with Muttarasu. He shared his disappointment on not converting those 50s and 60s into hundreds. He's scoring quick fast 60s in the power play and losing his wicket. He wants to play till the 20th over. Play long innings and responsible innings without compromising on the strike rate. That's what his intentions were. Being a pretty decent first couple of deliveries from Bablu. But yeah, this is truly a game-changing performance from the bowlers of Mumbai. Wide, and it eventually beats the wicket-keeper as well. Reaches out the boundary ropes. Wide +4 it is. This is the one thing that kept on happening in cricketing IPCL 2.0. One thing that could be identified in IPL 2.0. I'm sorry, IPCL 2.0. Point number 1, it is those overthrows and no backups were being at the protection area, and the other thing will be wide +4. These are the two things that actually contaminates the quality of this level of cricket. Every time there is a overthrow, no backup, and every wide goes for a boundary. Even that much wide from a bowler itself is a little weird to watch out for. Taking on his god over there, Bablu. Will be on furious to dismiss the wicket, and that is gone. Straight away it dismisses Muttarasu. It was a back of length delivery, in fact a good length delivery. Hitting onto the middle stump straight away. Front or back confusion for Muttarasu. He went onto the back foot, but couldn't create the elevation that he's looking for. Positive start here for Delhi Strikers, as they brought in one of the huge wickets in the first over. 7 for 1 as Muttarasu walks back to the pavilion.
അത്യാവശ്യം വ്യൂവേഴ്സ് കാണുമല്ലോ.
New batter Deepak Yadav in at number 3. Swing and a miss. This is a wonderful first over from Bablu. Just holding on to the shape to disturb the batter's rhythm. A positive start. Which was expected at this level of cricket, that he'll be taking care of the responsibility of scoring runs on the board. There is also Nitinesh Chosla, who will be another interesting batter to watch out for. But this thing should be kept in control. The runs going behind for extras.
മെയിൻ ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻ ഔട്ടായിരിക്കും. മുത്തറ അല്ലല്ല, വേറെ വേറെ.
9 for 1 already with Sunmaker back on strike. At Shiki, another wonderful delivery from Bablu. Dot ball to end the over. That's 9 for 1. Shaiju empty the new bowler into the attack. Another interesting bowler to watch out for. This is clear that the ball is reacting well under the lights. It's night. There have been a bit of dew factor, and under the lights, it's been exceptionally reacting for the fast bowlers in new ball. Could clearly see some extra pace out there, and extra bounce too. In fact, Deepak Yadav looks out to be clueless on what exactly happened in that ball. And ball after ball, these players were showing some discipline. As that is trying to keep up the momentum. The moment you change your line or length, they are waiting to score boundaries. Strong shots from the wicket keeper. Couldn't convince the on-field umpire, but the line and length doesn't change. Front or back confusion. You can't go for cut shots, and you can't go for the cover drive by forwarding yourself. Catches the call as it fell short of the fielder, and a bit of miscommunication to run between the wickets as well. Taking his own time in the middle, Deepak Yadav maybe stepping out is a good option, as mid-off and mid-on. In fact, mid-off is inside the circle and long on is at the boundary ropes. Yet they could be eventually score runs on the board while slipping out. Standing and deliver won't be a positive idea for them. Couple of dot balls here. Ball after ball, we could see exceptions coming out there. Not even one full in delivery. Look at that. And this is uneven bounce. This is extra bounce for sure. That happens in this particular innings, especially under the lights. The fast bowler should make use of it in the first 6 overs. But anyway, this is not going to be a tough battle for Mumbai batters to chase on. Gets the bat under control, as there is a man in deep. Will be just a single to end the over. Continues up to bowl Bablu. Similar kind of problem, similar kind of length. And surely going to take 18 to 19 overs to chase it or maybe to lose it. Until they think about 13 overs match, they're not going to make it happen today. Mumbai batters. Not the right way to approach this chase. Catches the call as it pierces between the fielder. There is a deep point fielder, yet that's a misfield. Earns a run that they require. Deepak finally gets his boundary, and it's a much needed boundary for them to break the ice, which builds the tension. This is very unfortunate. The momentum was gathered perfectly by the bowlers. This boundary is going to relieve them from the pressure. Flicks it away this time as the outfield rolls it away. The fielder chases down the ball. Straight away I could see the change in length here from Bablu. I've been bowling good length at the fourth stump line. Now he's straight away attacking on the leg stump. I think that's where the changes comes in. A couple of runs from the board. Getting back to his older ways. This is turning out to be really under pressure. Deepak Yadav is expecting that to be a fuller length. If it doesn't comes out to be a fuller length, he have to step out and convert that to be a fuller length. Standing and waiting for the right length is not the right formula here, as the fast bowlers were doing really well here. Swings and got the connection. Poor, yet the result was appreciating. It's an inside edge and eventually it goes down to the boundary for fine leg. Changes the length and got the punishment right, Bablu. Intention to attack the stumps, it seems, as it eventually got the inside edge and reaches out the boundary ropes. Much needed boundary again for Deepak Yadav. Surprising thing is Sunmaker is yet to get off the mark. Nobody would have expected this to happen. But he's taking his own time. The bowling standards were really good today. The dot ball to end the over. That's 3 gets completed, 21 for 1. Another one getting himself under pressure. Shaiju empty continues out to bowl. This is unusual batting display from Mumbai and an unusual bowling display from Delhi as well. We've never seen Delhi with this furious approach. Seems like they were on a mindset to defend this total. But I'm sensing a little bit of unusual calmness with Sunmaker's batting. He'll never been this defensive, especially while chasing a target like 119. They could eventually handle this with a relaxed mindset. They could eventually play their own brand of cricket to score runs on the board. Couple of runs on the board here as they were running back for the second run as well. Excellent running between the wickets. This is important at this point of time. The more you take control against the bowlers, the more you could score runs. If you stay more defensive, then the bowlers are going to be sounded. Oh, pulls it away. And these were gifted deliveries to Sunmaker as he gets the directions right. And this have been given Have to wait for the on-field umpire's decision. But before that, this is a short ball on the body line. Most of the batters will go for the 6 or the 4 for it, and that's what Sunmaker does. So that's a maximum signals the on-field umpire. This is more like, come on Sunmaker, hit a sixer. Here is the delivery you're expecting for. Such a kind of length from Shaiju, especially with the kind of line in which he bowls. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get the control that he is looking for. Yet turning back to the same rhythm, Shaiju empty. I'm really appreciating the efforts taken by the bowlers today. The Delhi bowlers not letting this target to be easier for the batters. Just setting the range one after the other. This was what I was expecting for. Now the extra bounce. 4 gets completed, 29 for 1. Seems like a change of bowler. Shewak gets the ball. As he's replacing Bablu to bowl the 5th over. And this is the point where the batters might also be trying to be little explosive. A new bowler might be doing a couple of mistakes early in the first couple of deliveries. That's why the batter should target to score runs on the board. Slicing it behind. That seems to be a better connection out there as it eventually reaches out the boundary ropes. Welcome boundary to start things off against Shewak. That's a warm welcome to him as well. It's been a back of length delivery way outside the off stump, which is more like an invitation to play the cut shot. And Deepak Yadav took that offer. Though this doesn't get the timing he's looking for, he eventually gets the placement tries. Much better one from Shewak this time. Straight away trying to invade the stumps. But this is quite good under control that the run have started flowing. The required run rate is already 5.43, which was less than the current run rate. The entire target itself is less than 6 runs per over. So they could play relaxed cricket, but at the same time taking the game deep won't work. That's the problem here. Flicks it away. And that's a very good save at the final leg. Chance of a run out as well as that hits the stumps. And there comes the celebrations as well. Sunmaker, the batter, being dismissed. A slight bit of miscommunication creates a tension out there. This is a simple game and Mumbai batters are making it complicated. That's a tremendous fielding out there at the final region and that direct throw. And he was way ahead of the batter. 34 for 2. Arun Kumar, the new batter, comes in at number 4. Swings and misses out straight away. Now, any two of these batters, any one of these batters, should take up this responsibility at this point of time. This is terrible performance. We've never expected this to happen. There are plenty of batters outside, but yet this is a little bit trickier to watch out for. That's high in the air and lands in safely in the no man's area. Gets off the mark straight away with that single, Arun Kumar. Couldn't get the control that he is looking for. As it is trying to take the game deep as well. Five gets completed, 36 for 2.
ആമല്ല ഏറ അജയൻ അജയൻ്റെ രണ്ടാം അജയൻ്റെ രണ്ടാം മോശം ഫ്ലോപ്പാ അത്രയും ഫ്ലോപ്പൊന്നുമില്ല ഇങ്ങ ഫ്ലോപ്പില്ല അല്ല അവിടെ ഫ്ലോപ്പൊന്നുമില്ല കേരളയുടെ കൊള്ളാം ആവറേജ് സ്റ്റോറി നല്ല സ്റ്റോറി இந்த லோகேல கனெக்ஷன் எந்தோ இது இருக்கு இது இந்த லோகோ சினிமா முஸ்லிம் வெறும் 3 ready 3 line 3 line
Last over of power play, and Raghava, the new bowler, comes into the crease. With two new batters, with one having a bit of experience and a couple of boundaries, and the other who's showing some urge to score runs on the board. Excellent running between the wickets. Deepak Yadav eventually get himself comfortable. Back on strike, Arun Kumar. Will it going to be wicket number 3? Or can Arun Kumar be able to give a smooth finish to the power play? Since the target is pretty low, this doesn't create a tension. If it's not, it's going to be a little bit pressure for them. Wanted that Haribari single over there. They must be very careful on taking such decisions. As you've seen, the direct hit went on to be a run out, leading out to them losing a key batter. But he's always been a lucky factor for the side. I don't want to mention this word luck, as he's providing his hard work. He's young and energetic bowler, and somewhere that wicket taking nag have always been there. He knows how to pick wickets. He knows how to read the batter's minds. That's where the difference comes in, and his energy and positivity across the ground. That's been splitted up. 40 for 2 it is, with 3 more to go in this over. Just trying to be a little bit defensive, without getting a chance for the second run as well. Couple of runs over there, as both Arun Kumar and Deepak Yadav trying to consolidate this innings. Swings and gets the connection better, and the placement seems to be perfect as well. That's a boundary from Arun Kumar. A little bit of attacking intent out there. This one, a good length delivery by Laghava. Not an easy one. If he misses out, that would have hit the stumps. A risky approach from Arun Kumar eventually got them runs. Anyway,
எல்லாருக்கும் கனெக்ட் ஆகும்.
you could see Muttarasu on the visual. He's running bys for any of these batters. Maybe to Deepak. Seems like it is to Arun Kumar. Dot ball to end the over. That's how power play gets completed. 45 for 2.
Score 45. overs में end up 6 over. Score 45. overs में 45 रन.
இறங்கி డైరెక్ట్ వెళ్ళి
Bowler name
Spinner into the attack. Vignesh C, the captain himself, gets the ball. There have been a bit of turn as well. The wicket gets changed completely. Could clearly see with that right from the first game to this match. It have been a transformation. It gives support to the bowler straight away. There have been a dramatic space out there to see something magical happens today. If this continues on, misfield offers extra runs on the board anyway. Go running between the wickets. Yes, it's quite good under control. Trying to get some runs on the board that brings them to closer to the target. The partnership is working well as both Arun Kumar and Deepak Yadav are building this partnership to the next level. Of misfield out there. Every time there is a misfield, there are runs on the board. That there wasn't any space for dot balls. That's a big trouble over there. Look at the numbers: wide 2, 1, 1. Though they lost their batters, key batters, they somehow managed to score runs on the board. Good shape, hold it on a bit. That Vignesh C is trying to test the patience of the batters. This is up to the mindset that Deepak Yadav carries on with him. When you intend to attack, exactly what happened to Ramesh Naidu. A dot ball again. These are turning out to be a couple of dot balls as well. Just 5 runs coming off this over. Beautiful delivery one more time. That 7 gets completed, 50 for 2.
down overs. Score 50.
నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఒకటే ఓకే ఓకే ఇది వరకు కూడా వర్క్ ఆడు
7 ओवर में 50 रन. End up 7 over. Score 50. 7
got into the middle of the blade as the fielders converging together. Another time it went on to be a misfield to offer some extra runs on the board.
3 line.
Raghava continues out to bowl. Good running between the wickets anyway.
2 line. 3 line.
On to the pads. Seems like it is a wide +4.
3 line.
Getting runs on the board and the pressure is getting slowly relieved. We've seen spinners doing well. We've seen fast bowlers extracting pace. But if this is going to be, seems like it is leg by, it's onto the pads, yes. That's how it's guiding away from the wicket keeper. Will be a legal delivery. Punches it through the covers. Long off fielder trying to cover this. Another wonderful stop out there. No chance of that being a boundary. It's always important to carry the momentum. The more you score runs on the board, the more you could get better. It's not about just scoring singles after singles. Sometimes a good boundary can keep you into the game. That's more like grabbing the momentum from your opposition, and the rest of the balls will also be getting contaminated. That is not much easier one to slice it away. While looking at the way, this is more of testing of patience of Mumbai batting. I still believe that Mumbai, while batting second, there have been a pressure, especially if the key batters fails to perform. Batters like Muttarasu Sunmaker, Nitin S. Chosla. Sandy is yet to come out to bat, and Nitin S. Chosla is yet to come out to bat. But somehow they can be able to bring some collapse. Soccer skills will never work in cricket unless you make it well. That's unusual boundary. Should have been stopped at this level of cricket anyway. That gets completed with 8 over 62 for 2. This was that shot. It's a good timing, meets at the middle of the blade, but at the same time the fielder had time to cover the ground. He ran, he gone closer, but uses his boots. Left saved, right conceded. Continues up to bowl Vignesh. It seems like Vignesh will be that X factor if Delhi is still intended to fight back. He's extracting turns, he's having a proper rhythm that the batters are finding it difficult to go more than single. Look at that, that's why I mentioned this. Usually Vignesh doesn't get this turn on a regular tracks, but this track gets better for the spinners as the time flows. We've seen 2 T20 matches in the same wicket. Now the wicket started reacting well for the spinners. It seems if they posted another 20 to 30 runs extra, this would have been a good game for Delhi. Leaving the way as it gone past the wicketkeeper. White +4 it would be. This is where the momentums were going down. They were doing it really well. And when they try to do something extraordinary, it goes out of their control. The intention was to bowl a quicker one onto the stumps, but he have missed the line, as that eventually went down to be a white +4. You can never trust the outfield. This outfield is well suitable for the batters. It just rolls over the boundary ropes. Catches the call as that fell short of the fielder and eventually hits the boundary banner as well. The long off fielder started giving it up since it started falling short on him. Honestly, it's not an easy one to grab. Should have came forward to grab the catch anyway. That's why fielders use it to walk forward. these kind of balls would have been taken.
Level.
11 runs in this over so far,
Online.
with 2 to end the over.
Online. Navina.
Last ball of the over. This is slight bit of expensive over anyway. Look at that turn. That is the clear-cut example on spinners could do real magic in these conditions. Especially in this wicket. If this wicket has a day 2 tomorrow, then it's going to be spinner's paradise to watch out for. Pulls it away. And that is the fielder in deep anyway. Single to end the over. It's 76 for 2.
End of 9 overs. 76. Now over. Okay. Now, okay, Cheatara. End of 9 over. Score 76.
New bowler into the attack. Sendil was not having a better day today, as he got punished severely in the previous game. Sai Kumar scored 27 runs on his over, and even after that he started conceding runs. It was a bad day at work in the morning match. We'll be trying hard to recover the team from these kind of crises. Starting off with a single over there, as both the batters were looking out to be in fine touch today. So Mumbai overall is having a wonderful batting depth. Deepak Yadav, Arun Kumar, Nitin, Sunmaker, Muttarasu, Santosh Kumar. A blend of good quality batters out there.
Create new. Resume.
And that's where things got under good control. This is final. 2 p.m. No. This 2 team. Final.
This two team.
Final. Yes.
First match.
First match Chennai versus Delhi. Couldn't go for the single over there. நாளைக்கு லீக் மேட்ச் எதுவும் இல்லை. நாளைக்கு ஒன்று வந்து பிளே ஆஃப்ஸ், இன்னொன்று ஃபைனல். ஒன்று வந்து செகண்ட் ரன்னர் அப் மேட்ச், மார்னிங் மேட்ச், ஆஃப்டர்நூன் மேட்ச் ஃபைனல். Been pretty decent with his lens. Sendil somehow manages to keep the batters under his control. It's not about thinking hard with the wicket column. It's better to start with a defensive approach, and then they can eventually go on attacking the batters. The immediate reaction should be to control the batters. Chennai versus Delhi. Yeah. Second runner-up match. அது
ഇത് ഇത് നെക്സ്റ്റ് കൊടുത്ത് വേറെ ഡേറ്റ് കൊടുത്താൽ മതിയോ?
Score 83. 83. That's over. 4 again. Jalasiran. End up 10 overs. Score 83. That's over. 4 again. Jalasiran. Bowling Bamlu. Need 36 runs. 60 balls.
36 more runs required in next 10 overs. The first 10 have been quite good for the Mumbai batters. Now Bablu back into the attack
36.
to accompany his side. Will be expected to perform well to break this partnership. Arun Kumar 22 of 19 and Deepak Yadav 29 of 29. Got a good control over that. The intention seems to be attacking the stumps, as we can clearly see that picture. Swing and a miss. Hope he's okay. Seems like it hits his little finger. That's why he's showing that reaction, the wicket keeper. Almost at the verge of finishing this game, maybe in another 3 to 4 overs, if they try to show some attacking intent. Unless the bowlers bowl some wide plus fours, they could eventually take the game a little deeper. Quite good under control with the way how they're rotating the strike over there. This is a bit matured batting display. They planned the chase perfectly. They understood when to take the risk and when not to take. That's why they are on top of the game in terms of picking the gaps and scoring runs on the board. Swings and misses out. This is really a challenging stuff that Arun Kumar intends to pull this away, but Bablu is not at all letting the batters to do such things. The third ball to end the over. In fact, one more to end the over. Just 2 runs coming off this over so far with one more ball to be delivered. The biggest success of Bablu is that his consistency. He's bowling a good length, he's bowling a wonderful ball, but he continues to bowl that one after the other. And that's the difference between a normal bowler and a special bowler. Hope is okay. That's much more extra pace and control. 85 for 2 after 11.
End of 11 overs. Score 85.
Continues up the ball over there. As we could clearly see them.
Finally, Mumbai Kolkata.
Morning only Chennai Delhi. Control okay. Control is it? Control is it? Nee delete பண்ணல அந்த டீம் தான். Swings and misses out.
Control is it?
That's quite good under control. That Shaiju empty. Have been another pick of the bowler for the side. The more you generate the pace, the more the batters might still struggle under the lights. This is generating an extra pace. I really love the brand of cricket. It's better to bat first under the lights.
Mumbai versus
His things were quite good under control. And that's how it used it to be. Slices it through the covers as the fielder's chasing down the ball. Good running, and the ball itself is not showing interest to reach out the boundary ropes. We'll be getting a couple of runs on the boards as well. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get the connection that he is looking for, Arun Kumar. But just 30 runs right from here. In fact, it's 29. It's nowhere away from them. If they could be able to pull some balance out there, the victory is theirs for sure. Got the connection through the covers. Bit of miscommunication as it eventually got some runs on the board. Vignesh, the fielder. Though this gets a bit of turn, the batters are feeling comfortable, and that's why he's not getting himself another over. Rather, he's going with the mainstream bowlers. And finally, there comes the breakthrough as well. The smile on the faces as Delhi brings up that wicket. Shaiju came in and brought in the breakthrough that they're looking for. Deepak Yadav tried to play a big shot, but that is a very good catch taken by the wicketkeeper as well. 91 for 3 it is.
and the outstanding council member of the Rory 25, 24-25. And
End of 13 overs.
and
Score 93.
and ever loving mentor of a lot of Rotary clubs and Rotary presidents, M.R. Karthik. And fondly called
There
by
are
APR
completed.
CAS no
Score
practice,
93.
my Karthik.
End of 13 overs. Score 93. Par 3. Batsman.
highlight photo. ஸ்டெம்பா பவுல்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுடா. பவுல்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுடா. ரிட்டையர்ட் அவுட் இல்லை, பவுல்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. பவுல்ட் போங்க பவுல்ட்.
Went away from the batter, Midun Rajendran, trying to contain things under control. Just another 18 run, three shots away, right from here. As you could see, good shuffle of cricketers around, especially with the way how Raghava's bowling. He was given a couple of overs early in the innings, and now he's trying to complete swings and misses out. This is terrible and challenging brand of cricket out there. Singson got the connection better. The placement was perfect as it hits the boundary roads. Hope they're okay. The Road Track Club of Coimbatore Galaxy members are sitting out there, and it doesn't hit them over. But that was a slower kind of lighter delivery from Raghava, though he's a medium pacer, that led Midun to finish such huge shots, Midun Rajendran. And the timing says it all. It's quickly rolling over the boundary ropes. Punches it down. Been a quick running between the wickets that eventually turns out to be a boundary as well. A misfield that encourages the batters to finish things as quick as possible. As we are heading into the last couple of runs to be scored. Another good shot, hits the middle of the blade, but was not much best of the shots. This is not expected by anyone, that's the problem. Swing and a miss, couldn't get the control that he's looking for. Now just 9 more to win the game. Maybe a 6 and a boundary. They can seal this game in this over. And with this victory, Mumbai becomes the unbeaten side of the tournament in the league phase, playing 3 matches, winning all the 3. Whereas all the other teams have lost 1 or 2 games. With the likes of Chennai Super Greens haven't won any of the games in the league phase, lost all the 3 matches at the bottom of the table. And Delhi Strikers obviously lost to Kolkata, and it's going to be a losing game for them against Mumbai, it seems. And against Chennai they won the game. And when it comes to Kolkata, Kolkata have beaten up Delhi and Chennai, but they lost the game against Mumbai. And Mumbai have beaten Kolkata, Chennai, and now facing Delhi, just 8 more runs which will result in their victory. But tomorrow it's going to be a fresh day out there. Kolkata and Mumbai will be taking on each other in the finals. But before that, we'll also be having... Oh, that seems like over getting completed. 15 gets completed, triple 1 for 4.
End of 15 overs, score triple 1.
Seems like Manoj Kumar is taking his time in the middle. Shevak back into the attack. Just an over for him in the power play. 0 for 7 in his first over. Now 8 more to win the game anyway for Mumbai. But something is being put onto control. as they were adjusting the field positions according to that. Begins with fresh things out there. Triple 1 for 4 it is. Goes for wide. Clearly, it's creating an extra bounce, which was not there in the first game and eventually in the second game as well. Right at the beginning of the second innings, I've started watching this extra bounce and controlling this wicket. Usually, Sehwag doesn't extract this much extra bounce in such kind of lengths.
డిస్క్రిప్షన్ మాత్రం మార్చేయాలి.
7 to win the game anyway. That's high in the air. And nobody standing in the deep, which will result in that reaching out the boundary ropes as well. A much needed boundary at this point of time from Midun Rajendran. With this boundary, they just need 3 runs to win the game and could take the record of an unbeaten side in the league phase. Road downtown, Tigers Mumbai. It's a tossed up delivery that's been sliced out there in the air. Exceptional performance. No chance of that getting a single over there. He denies that single. In fact, he tries to finish things off Mithun Rajendran. Swing numbers couldn't get the control that he is looking for. 116 for 4 it is as of now. Misses down the ground. That's wide, and it eventually reaches out the boundary ropes as well. Wide plus 4 to finish things off. That's the way how the match gets completed here. As a road track downtown, Tigers Mumbai won by a difference of 6 wickets in this game, and this is their 3rd consecutive victory, beating up all their oppositions in the league phase, making them at the table toppers. Exceptional performance to one and all perform for this particular side. And whereas for Delhi Dynamic Strikers have been a couple of losing games, they are at the 3rd position. Now they'll be facing Chennai Super Greens for second runner-ups battle in match number 1 in tomorrow's battle. And at 2 p.m. you could be enjoying this big final where Mumbai will be taking on Kolkata. That's going to be the decider IPCL 2.0. Which team is going to make it happen? Just getting into whatever happened in the action today, and this entire match have been very interesting contest to watch out for. Taking you back to the highlights of this particular game, it was Delhi who won the toss, decided to bat first, eventually got a couple of runs as power play went without a boundary. That's why you're watching only leg wides going for the boundary. As opening batter struggled to get runs on the board, and then Manoj came in straight away, brought in a couple of wickets for his side to give a positive attitude early in the innings. And after that, the rest of the bowlers have also started taking care of the innings. This was A well executed performance from Manoj in terms of picking wickets. Especially this one, the wicket of Vignesh, created a huge tension in the batting display, and then the expectation transformed towards Shaiju, scored a couple of boundaries and lost his way in the middle. Venkat came in, scored a boundary and lost his way. Dharma scored a couple of boundaries and ran himself out while running between the wickets. That's how the innings went on to be. Batters came in, scored a boundary and lost their wicket. Batters came in, scored a boundary and run outs. That's how the entire innings have been approached, and different bowlers were also being used by Mumbai team, and all of them have got a couple of wickets as well in the first innings. That's how this went into good control. The only hope for them was Rohan and Thiago with their partnership at the end phase of the inning have made something that could eventually be possible to do. But at the end of the day, this was not at all enough for them to control their oppositions to score runs on the board. That's how it went the first innings. Those were eventual final proceedings from Rohan and Thiago to finish things off. End of the day, at the end of 20 overs, what they finished is 118 for 8 wickets, which is less than 120 in 120 balls of 20 overs game. That's how the difference came in. Even they used Manoj at the death overs as well, at the 18th over and 19th over, and then this wicket came in to finish things off at the 20th over. That's how the innings came to an end. 119 was the target given to the Mumbai players, with the likes Mutarsu started losing his wicket eventually. That's a great start for Bablu. And then a couple of boundaries here and there. Even Sunmaker was not finding it comfortable against these bowlers, in which in response at some point of time Sunmaker lost his wicket by running between the wickets, ran himself out, to be very honest. The one batter who took up the responsibility was Dipendra Yadav along with Arun Kumar after the run out of Sunmaker, which eventually happened at this ball when the fine leg fielder stopped a tremendous save, and then this direct hit changed the story of this chase. Yet Dipendra Yadav built a partnership along with Arun Kumar without losing any hopes out there. These two batters have started picking the gaps and started scoring runs on the board. Boundaries left and right everywhere all around the ground. And even the Delhi bowlers, we've seen different approaches being done over there. Sheva came in, Raghava came in the power play, Vignesh came post power play, but nothing had impacted them. This was what we've been speaking about. Even with this, leggy had a bit of extra turn. The conditions are supporting the spinners, yet they made it possible to score a couple of runs on the board with positive intents. And finally, this way the batter lost his wicket, Dipendra Yadav. Yet Arun Kumar continued out the battle until he lost his wicket to Bablu. And Manoj Kumar and Mithun Rajendran finally came in together to finish things off and end themselves as the table toppers and the unbeaten side of the tournament in IPCL 2.0. The Rotary Downtown Tigers Mumbai have roared themselves up with these kind of victories, as these were final proceedings before the winning moment have arrived. These were one of the cheeky advantage shots that Mithun Rajendran took in control before this became a winning moment for them to finish things off. And that's how the story of this game came to an end with this winning moment. Smile on the faces of everyone, with Manoj and Mithun Rajendran shaking their hands. Rotary Downtown Tigers Mumbai have won the game by a difference of 6 wickets.
For more highlight videos, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. For more highlight videos, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. For more highlight videos, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. For more highlight videos, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. For more highlight videos, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. For more highlight videos, kindly